Good now?
Yeah.
Good? Alright, plants. So I'm just going to show a couple of each pot.
You might want to redo this because it's probably in portrait.
Java fern. Amazing. And then in here are some smaller. Take one out. Madagascar lace. You can see all the little kind of holes in the leaves there. A lot more noticeable as they get bigger. They grow pretty quick, so after they're in our tank for a few days, they'll have a lot of new growth. And we're trying to try and dig through some of these boxes. So this is a really popular one. We got a bunch of these. This is Monte Carlo, kind of a lower growing plant. And we have big mats of these and in here somewhere too. So try and find some of the different stuff that's in here. Some crypts. That's the same one. Not to show the two of anything. This is another crypt here. So this is spiralis. So it has the thinner leaves, kind of grow twisting. Lots more of the Monte Carlo. This is another really popular one. We also got mats of these as well. So this is Hydrocotyl species Japan. Looks like a small clover. Okay. This is Dwarf Sagittaria. Another nice kind of taller plant. I think a lot of the Anubias is in here as well. This is Anubias nana. So these are nice because you can use these to mount onto rocks and wood. They'll kind of just root into anything porous. There's Anubias species that just started becoming available a couple years ago. So this is Nanjai. It's a bit of a taller species, larger leaves. This is a Bucephalandra species called Red Mini. So these are, all the Bucephalandra are a bit newer to the hobby, so they do cost a little bit more right now, but they are actually relatively easy to grow. Don't require too high a light or anything like that.
Dan just sent you a picture of a box.
Okay.
Important.
I don't know.
You want to find out?
Sure. Good?
I see.
Back. Alright. Some of the swords. This is called a Marble Queen Radican sword. But it is just naturally the coloration of the leaves there. It's not dying or anything like that. Okay. Some dwarf hairgrass. And we should have mats of these ones as well. We have quite a few mats that are on the shipment somewhere. I think in those other boxes. Here, more marble queens, spiralis, strip. So many things. Looks like a lot of our tissue cultures are in here. More of the Monte Carlo. Nice little red plant here. It's called a cardinal plant. See some of the red leaves kind of coming in. And looks like everything else is the same in here except for our tissue cultures. So I didn't specifically order anything of these. They're just assorted. So we'll see what they sent us. So these are nice because they're guaranteed pest free. They're grown in an enclosed sealed space. They won't have any algae or any other pests that you might sometimes find on plants. And they kind of give you a difficulty level on the plants, which is nice. So I'll show you how they come. And they're grown in a gel. And they can be kept in these for a period of time and then taken out when they're ready to plant. This is a Reptile species, Reptile McCandra.
It's like, there you go. Better? The top side has like a glare from the light.
An intermediate one. This is a Hydrophilia species. So these do typically cost more than, say, like a potted equivalent or a bunch, but the trade-off is kind of the guarantee of that you're not going to get any surprises with your plants, because pretty much regardless of where you're getting plants from, if they're not in a tissue culture like this, there's always a risk of snails, like any of the little pest snails and things like that. This is a hydrocotyl. Another kind of like cloverish looking plant. So again, they kind of just sent an assortment here. This is the green crypts, but in this one you can kind of see the gel that they're growing in a bit better. That's really it. Most of these are kind of doubles, so that's all for that box. I'm not going to go back in properly. So there's a lot of plants on the shipment, more than we were expecting. I think when I did the total, there's about 474 plants, so lots more to go through. But the mats will be pretty exciting because we don't get the really large mats too often. Typically we get like the little 6-inch by like 2-inch mats. So if these are what I'm thinking they are, they're going to be pretty much like a 12 by 12 tile size. So I think that was going to be a lot of the potted stuff, but I'm sure there's quite a bit more. What is this? Oh, not dealing with that. Maybe. Yeah, this will be some of the loose stuff. So I'll try to. I believe this is the compacta, the little kind of smaller sorts. These are Trident Java Fern. Is that a good angle there?
I mean,
You don't have to see the whole thing.
That's it, if you want the whole.
Keep it right. Some of these are just all the bunches, and then all the pots are kind of underneath. So,
I think that's okay.
good. Back?
We are back again.
Everything fell apart.
The white bands.
Okay. Smaller Amazon swords. There are some massive ones around here somewhere. Maybe not Amazons, but mother pots. Ungulata. Just a whack load of them.
Looks healthy.
Huh?
I said it looks healthy.
That is their color. Another Bucephalandra. So this is Bucephalandra Godzilla. Got more Amazon swords. Danubius fraseri, another taller species similar to the nanjai. Nubius nana narrowleaf. So we showed the regular nana before. That's the narrowleaf version there. What else is in here? This is a Reuben sword. Got a lot of really good growth on it despite its size. Most of the swords will be like a medium to highlight. This is the smallest species of Anubias, so this is called Anubias nana petite. Something funny about that, Byron?
I think it's funny.
Lots of Anubias, more Amazon swords, more Reuben swords, more of the Anubias fraseri. This is Anubias barteri. Kind of the larger rounder leaves. These are back again. All right, these are. We had these come in by accident one time and really liked them, and they sold well. So we're trying to order them when we can. These are called red pearl swords. The one thing that you can't really notice in the video is they have like these really tough leaves, which is kind of nice if you have any plecos that are chewing on your plants. These might hold up a little better. You can see a lot of the kind of growth coming out of them here. But they have like absolutely no give at all. They're just super strong. So I don't know if that's kind of a newer one of the hobby because I hadn't seen it until recently. This is Anubias hostifolia, another one of the taller species with this kind of larger leaves that they get early on. More of those pearl swords. Looks like a lot of them have some pretty good growth on them. Unidentified plant. This is another one of the Anubias species, Nancon. These get these really nice longer leaves. One of the flowers coming in, new leaf. These are those pearl swords again. They all have this crazy growth going on. I think that, the only other thing in here I think that is different is the giant hairgrass. Another really popular one that people like to kind of have on the back of their tank there for some of the taller plants. And just requires medium light, so it's not too difficult to grow. Okay. Box number 2 of plants. A little sore.
A little bit. Yeah, this one's kind of heavy.
Yeah?
I haven't been carrying it around for the last 20 minutes. Really hurt my
Exercise
arms.
for the more?
Yeah. Go for a run with it after.
Okay. 2 more. I think these are going to have a lot of the mats in them. Ugh. Where did we put the razor?
Oh, what, you little sore, bud?
A little bit. Razor's gone forever.
It's in there somewhere because it was sitting on the edge. I got a sweet shot of it with your mat.
Two more boxes of plants here. Just a bunch of mothballs. The medium-sized ones. Pulling up. Moss ball.
It was focusing and done screwed it up.
Let's quickly show off some of the bunches. Well, it's not one, but many bunches. falling. We usually get these in pots. We'll see how they do as bunches. So the small moss balls. So these are the large Java fern mats. They're super tall. So that's a full mat versus a half mat. Another one of the large ones there. More of the red curls. These are just the loose variety. And then again, we got the hydrocotyle species Japan and the Monte Carlo mats. So I think some of these are here. These are the small mats.
Mark's here again, guys. Remember him with his poodle?
More
Did
loose swords.
that video ever go?
I don't know. That one might have gotten destroyed or lost. I think most of this is Java ferns and loose swords. Oh, this box goes so far. Never ends. There's more. These kind of have the spiraling leaves on them when they grow, and then there's the these little guys as well. How far does this box go? I'll never get to the bottom of it. Oh my god, there's mother pots in there. Now I have to. Okay.
Wizard.
This is the Nubius Nanji, but a mother pot. So this is the Nubius Nancon, another mother pot. Some more bunches there. The Roshala magenta. Nubius Nana, mother pot, gotten kind of squished. Touchy, these are another crypt. Lots of nice roots on them. I think that's it for anything different in there. I'll go through the last box, which has the large mats on it. Am I calling you?
Nope.
Oh. Ready for these, Byron? Ready?
I'm so excited. Call that large.
Oh. That's ridiculous. It's like 5 inches thick on one side. Look at this. That thick. That's... Is this one? It is one. It's insane. One mat. So we got.
Everything's looking really good.
Ridiculous. Look at that.
What is it?
Here's
Yeah, it's big.
You ever seen one that big?
You hear that all the time, Will?
these are large dwarf hairgrass mats.
That's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, it is. I mean, honestly, you could do like a 10-gallon aquarium with that.
Yeah, the whole bottom.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah. Is it on stainless steel mesh?
Yeah.
That's plastic, isn't it?
No, it's metal.
Oh, okay. It's coated though.
The metal? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call galvanized, and then it's coated with plastic.
This is what people come here for. Here for galvanized plastic.
Hey, relax, guy.
These are the smaller mats of the dwarf hairgrass.
I'm waiting for the views.
I already went through it. I'll show you it after.
Okay.
Not going.
Triplets.
They're over there.
Where?
They're acclimating in a bucket. Hydrocotyle species of Japan. Hygrophilia compact.
There's no humans.
These are the Java moss mats. We haven't had these in a while. For some reason, we're not able to order the portions right now, but more dwarf hairgrass mats. So those big ones for the Monte Carlo, just to kind of show you. That is the Hydrocotyle species Japan in a pot. And that's it in a mat. Or a large mat. One whole tank, done. And then the rest are just some smaller mats of the Monte Carlo and the Hydrocotyle species Japan, which is the larger ones we showed. So, it's everything. Boxes. More boxes. Done. Alright, that's everything for this one. Tomorrow we will have a South American shipment from Peru coming, which will have a bunch of cories and some tetras on it, as well as some other kind of odds and ends as well. So keep an eye out for that video. Should be coming out hopefully shortly after this one. Thanks guys.